Hi Virgo, here's your general reading for the month of September 2017. I just want to apologise for not completing the readings for August, but a couple of weeks ago I did have some heartbreaking news, which obviously affected me emotionally, and I just wasn't able to do any readings during that time. I did honour my personal readings that people had paid for, but and due to the fact that we're now halfway through the month of August, I have decided just to jump straight into September. Now, the card we've got at the bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords. And it can be a difficult energy, the Five of Swords. It can talk about verbal confrontation. It can talk about arguments. It can talk about somebody trying to get one up on the other person. But what it basically talks about is that either you or somebody else may very well win this argument. But what is said in order to win the argument may very well hurt the other person. And at the very worst, could make you lose the other person. As I said, it can go vice versa. It could be somebody else with you. But in the month of September, just be careful with your words. And if you feel that there is this need to confront somebody, then just be careful with what you say and how you handle the situation. The card at the centre is the Six of Pentacles. And that is a feel-good card. It shows generosity of spirit. It talks about somebody giving unconditionally, whether it be money, gifts, emotions, love. The scales in that card are well balanced. It can, on just a more basic level, talk about an unexpected, that cash money may come to you unexpectedly. It can as well just talk about a simple gift from a friend. And obviously in the month of September, a good portion of you are going to be celebrating your birthday. Some in the end of August, some in September. So it could just be here to highlight that you may be receiving money and gifts because it's your birthday. But if it's not, then it's talking about a relationship that you have with somebody that where you give unconditionally, and maybe they also do as well. Now, in the recent past, which could be this month of August, that I'm doing this reading, but we've got the World card here, Major Arcana, and it is the very last card in the Major Arcana, in the Tarot. And the World card is about endings, completions, One whole cycle completed in order for there to be a brand new beginning, a whole new chapter opening up. When this card is reversed, it can speak about how there may be a lack of closure to something, that you haven't quite yet reached the completion of something. So whatever is maybe needing to come to its natural end, whatever this cycle is that's meant to be ending, it's not the right time, if you like. Some people as well do refer to the World card as a card that can symbolize travel. And it may very well be that if that is what that card is talking about to you, then maybe in the recent past you've had plans to travel, maybe, you know, somewhere, different parts of the world, and there may have been some delays with that. But the World card as well, when it's like that, can talk about an inability to be able to move forward. That somebody may be being very stubborn and refusing to let go of the past, refusing to let go of the current ways of doing things. And if somebody's refusing to let go of something in the past, then that can be putting a block on something new beginning and starting. It may be as well that in the recent past you have desired change, that you've wanted a brand new beginning. You've wanted, you know, a whole new chapter of your life to start. And there may very well be a delay with that. In the present position for the month of September, we do have here the Page of Wands. The Wands is fire energy, and it is to do with our actions. Again, when this card is reversed, it can talk about there being setbacks to new ideas that you may have. It can as well talk about how there may be an element of pessimism within your thinking. You may even have a lack of direction. See, it may be that with that World card, you are wanting new. You're wanting this new fresh start. But you may not be focused enough. And that could be causing this lack of direction. You may not know really which direction you want to go into. It may also be, that there are obstacles at the moment that are preventing you from moving forward, moving in a new direction. Because in the advice position, we do have here the Chariot, which is another major arcana. And the Chariot is about forward movement. It is also the Victory card in the major arcana. Again, when this card is reversed, it talks about how there's no forward movement. It may be as well that somebody else is in the driving seat, so to speak, of that chariot. And somebody else is the one that is taking control here. And you may feel as though you don't have any control. See, I think what this reading is talking about is that for some of you here, you're wanting this new start, this new chapter, but there is a delay in it. And it's going to take time. There's some obstacles here, maybe a lack of direction. In your environment, we've got Temperance, Major Arcana, when Temperance is reversed, it can talk about an unwillingness to compromise. That, like I said, maybe somebody else is in the driving seat here. Maybe somebody else is causing these obstacles. And they are not willing to compromise on this. But also, Temperance can talk about things being out or feeling out of balance. There may be an imbalance in between what you are thinking and what you are feeling. Again, it can talk about there being a lack of long-term vision here. I still think and feel that there is a relationship that you have here with somebody that is very well balanced. And I think the relationship aspects are good. But you're wanting this new cycles to start. You're wanting this new chapter to start in your life. And see, with Temperance as well, there can be an element when it's reversed of feeling very impatient. And I just think that this reading is about this new start, this new chapter. But it's like it's on hold. There's a delay with it. There's obstacles around this new beginning at the moment. And it may be making you feel out of kilter. And it may also be bringing this feeling of impatience. But you know that it's almost out of your control. Maybe, with the World card being there, it is about universal timing. That things will happen at the time they're meant to happen. And the month of September is not the right time for this new cycle to start. Now, in terms of how you're feeling, we've got the Hermit. And in the Major Arcana, this is the card for Virgo. The thing with the Hermit is he can see his path ahead very clearly. He's got this bright lantern here. But there's a need for him to go internally. It can talk about an enforced isolation with the Hermit. But there is this need here for him to go within himself, to gain some inner knowledge and to gain perspective here. It can talk about how you may be feeling in terms of your thoughts, that it may be time to withdraw a little bit. It may be time in September for you to look deeper within yourself, to process what you have learned so far. The thing with the Hermit is, in terms of traveling, the traveling is taking place within him, within his own thoughts. Your outcome is the Hangman. Now, the Hangman is also reversed, because ordinarily it would look like this. The thing with the Hangman is he waits around, he hangs around in order to get a better perspective on things, a fresh perspective. And he chooses not to make any moves until he's got that fresh perspective. The thing when this card is reversed is we've now got that fresh perspective because we've taken that time with the Hermit to go within and process our own thoughts and to gain a better knowledge within ourselves about what we are thinking and feeling and wanting. So we see that you've got the better perspective, the fresh perspective here, but you're still choosing not to make any moves. But it may be, like I said, because in this month of September, there may be obstacles to that. You may reach the end of September knowing what you want, knowing how you feel. But you may not be able to act. To clarify the Hangman, I got the Four of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. And the Four of Pentacles, it's about holding on to something. And the Two of Cups, we know quite often talks about a relationship. Sometimes people say this soulmate connection, but it talks about a relationship with somebody where there is mutual understanding. There is mutual kindness, love, respect, passion. The things that are there with that Six of Pentacles, that unconditional giving, that unconditional love. In terms of a relationship, I think that the relationship aspect and the relationship side in your life is very good and very positive. But there are some obstacles here, and there are some delays in there being some forward movement. And see, with that Hangman, the fresh perspective you've got is that you know you want to hold on to this relationship. And you know what this relationship brings you. As I said, it brings this love, kindness, friendship, respect, passion, and it brings that from both sides of you. But for some reason at the moment, there can't be any major forward movement here, because there is some obstacles, or there is something at the moment that is preventing that forward movement that you're wanting. And as I said, it may be about the timing, that the time is just not right at the moment. The only thing to warn you about is, like I said at the beginning of the reading with the Five of Swords, is to choose your words carefully. Choose your battles carefully in the month of September. Don't get drawn into any confrontations that could result in you saying something that could hurt the feelings of somebody else. So Virgo, that does bring this reading to a close. I will be back, as I said, real soon to do the love reading and ex-partner reading. Thank you so much for viewing this video and for liking, sharing and subscribing. Please take care. Bye.